Welcome to the Vector Garden YouTube channel. In this video we are going to take a look at patterns. So I've got here some text that has a pattern applied. It's a polka dot pattern, a default pattern that Illustrator has when you install it. So this pattern is transparent. So if we move it up here, then you see there is nothing below the dots. So what do you do when you want this the other way around? There should be a black fill and the dots are transparent. If you need that, then you can create your own pattern. And what you could do is create a rectangle or a square and then make the dot in front like so. So let's go in here and draw it from the center and then make a compound path out of this. So you make a compound path and then you make a pattern out of this. But this has several flaws. So you might get a lot of these anti-aliasing artifacts, and when you want to change the color of this, then you get in trouble, and so on and so on and so on. So let's take a look at a simpler method. We are going to start with the circle. So we're going to just draw a circle. And then we're going to make a pattern. So it's Object, Pattern, Make, and enter the pattern editing mode. And just click OK here and take that pattern tool. And then we're going to drag this by pressing Alt and Shift to enlarge it from the center like so. And there we've got the pattern. So I always tend to make my pattern in the most simple way. And this is the most simple way. So we're going to take care of that angle of this pattern later on. So this is our polka dot. And this is okay. And now we also need, of course, this thing transparent. At the moment it's black. And in order to achieve that, we are going to apply an opacity of 0. So now the pattern is invisible. Great. So we're done. And there is the pattern. We can't see it. So let's duplicate this text. And then we're going to need this here, and we're going to need the appearance panel, which is somewhere around here. It's over there. Good. And now, in order to build this pattern, I'm first going to apply the color to the text, like so. So this text is going to be a dark orange. And then what we need in the appearance panel is an additional fill. I'm going to use the button down here. You can also go into the menu and add a new fill, which is on top of the characters. The characters have the dark orange fill, and we apply those dots to it, which we don't see because the dots themselves are 0 opacity. Now let's first make those dots visible. And we're going to do that by going into this opacity option and then set this to a knockout group. Knockout groups and the GPU preview in Illustrator always had issues, so we're going to view using CPU, and there is the polka dot pattern. It's quite large, but we're going to address this. So next thing, we're going to address the scaling. So double click the scale tool and don't transform the objects. Instead, just transform the fill, the pattern. So let's make this smaller again, like so. That's good. Next thing is the angle, and we're going to apply this in the same way. So double click the rotate tool, rotate it by 45 degrees, and again, don't transform the object, just transform the pattern, and go to OK. And there is our pattern inside that text, and the dots themselves are transparent, like so. You see the other one below it. That's it. The color of those characters can be changed easily. We can just double-click them in the Appearance panel and apply different fill colors to them, like, for example, this yellow, like so. And we only need one pattern swatch and then just use different fills for the characters. Knockout groups, again, do the magic for you.